against the team, right? Whereas you have to work around the setups coming out from that Arlott pick from Edwards. So the work is going to be cut out here for Sanford as we take a look at both of them on this matchup. But game number 3 is upon us. And now who's going to take this series in the matchup? It's Echo and Blacklist International.
Severe lack of crowd control coming out from Echo. They only have like 1 reliable stun or 2 coming up from Yahweh. Then Sanji, not so much reliable. But they do have a lot of damage. For Blacklist, they have both. A lot of wave clear, as well as, you know, the stain that they have, and that hard, reliable left down coming out from Oh My Venus.
Yeah, the only disadvantage that Echo has at this point is the fact that 4 of their team members just needs the items. So all of them are going to be sharing this these minions that you see on your map, while on the other hand, Blacklist International could possibly be activated, especially Super Red, using this killing spree just to have at least an order of late game insurance on to the later portions of the game because of the extra HP that it gives whenever it has the kill. So now Yue and Edward are also going to be, you know, one of the main focused heroes for the side of Echo, as Carl Tizzy and Sanford already prioritizing on giving pressure onto the bot side.
The biggest thing that bothers me too about this is Blacklist International, again, the performance that Yue has had. If he just takes Yaoi's I'm Offended, again, we're going to see an overlapping of ultimates that just work so well together, right? If Yue takes that, he's got that CC in his option. It's followed with having the Arlott in Edwards' hands. We've seen that. And then you have a sure lockdown, too, with the Divine Judgment. So there's so much just lockdown CC available once again for Blacklist International. And like you guys said, Echo needs time. They need quite a bit of time, actually, to get to where they need to be. But now, first turtle of the game, the battle ensues.
Oh, Edward just picking up Simon Easy. Gets the turtle from the left side from a long distance. The White's going to be snagged by Yahweh and eventually taken out by Echo. And in comes Sanjay with a flicker. Feather Air Strike connects up to Edward. And by Venus as well. Yahweh, can he take him out? My Venus escapes. But the 2 other members of Blacklist won't. Yahweh still threatening for this. And be careful. My oh my, Carl Tizzy from the parking lot.
3 punctures in a Phantom Execution was all it took to get them to it. First, he was hanging out with his friends. Next, he was already taking out the turtle. An incredible showcase of play and another I am offended play, but it seems like Super Red's still alive.
Art of Thievery is there.
Yeah, that was very tough for him to get away from, but hey, already Echo showing that, you know, they don't need time to build up these items. They're going to be able to overlap their own CC potential and also just rely on Carl Tizzy to do Carl Tizzy things, right? Coming from down under, stealing objectives, and he's going to continue to do that. So Blacklist International now has to respond to this. It's only 3 minutes in, but 2K gold ahead here in the Department of Echo.
Oh, it's massive 3-0 start from Echo. Means that they now have the confidence, and they're going to be utilizing Sanford into the bottom lane, or coming Carl Tizzy to the bottom lane. This could be good as they're waiting up. They have a lot of minions in here, so a lot of stuff for the puncture. They do have a lot of damage, but they will not start.
And again, this is the same scenario that Echo has. Actually, it's very much different because Blacklist International's, you know, first 2 heroes here, both that Yue and Super Red possesses, is something to do with the early game scaling. And unfortunately for them, because of Echo, getting the first 3 kills of this matchup is really not going there for them so far. But Sanford is going to be surrounded. And with that, Blacklist International takes their first kill. There's still 1.5k separating these 2 teams, but at least Blacklist already has 1 in the bag.
Yeah. There's a great punish there, right? This might actually just allow them to get this turtle, but what we just witnessed, right? Carl Tizzy going to get in zone here.
Oh, the damage. Yue goes down. Carl Tizzy has a level advantage this time, but will be poked out. He gets to the turtle. Retribution goes to Wise as Carl Tizzy pops it way too early.
Well, he tried his best, right?
That's
what they were talking about early game. He's going to try his best.
Yeah.
You know what? It's secured there for Blacklist International, but still, Echo with a little bit of a lead here. They're going to continue to put pressure where they need to. But as you can see, even from previously, Blacklist International really trying to answer, even with Oh My Venus having that Divine Judgment available. If they can get the picks off they need, they'll be able to whittle down this gold lead. But even taking a look at the items here, how's it looking, Sona?
So far, when you take a look at it, only Benny QT has secured at least 3,000. You know, Super Red making that mark, unlocking the Blade of Despair for his arsenal. But so far, Benny QT again has been having the time of his life here on the top side, and Blacklist International taking note of this, already establishing 40.
Oh, Yawi catches two with the Thorn Rose. Puts Super Red low. CultEasy chases him. Here comes the ultimate. The tournament member take a one. In fact, there will be a trade-off. Roam for Rome, but a turret falls to Echo. That was very scary from Blacklist, but they still recovered.
Imposing their dominance straight away, knowing that Benny QT already has an extra. But CultEasy still manages to escape, and the rest of the members of Blacklist International are just trying to find ways to at least get the pickups. But because of the movement and the ability of Echo's composition to go from one place to another, Blacklist is actually having a hard time, so they're not utilizing the Divine Judgment just yet. I mean, I don't think we have seen like 2 to 3 Divine Judgments so far.
We've seen maybe a couple where he's able to grab CultEasy. But so far, I gotta say, this has been somewhat of a redemption game for Yawi from game 1 and 2, where he was having not a good time, right? So now, in this Ruby, he's making plays left and right, and that's what's really starting to allow Echo to build up on this lead that they had. Even Sanford here, just kind of annoying and whittling down Edward, is proving to work really well against his Arlot.
Yeah, it actually attracts the attention of 3 members of Blacklist as CultEasy works onto the turtle. It'll be Edward jumping in. Even through the Radiant Armor, is taking a lot of damage from Sanford. Goes in, pops the ultimate once again. CultEasy takes the turtle. And in comes Yawi, will not connect with the ultimate, but still stuns Edward. Still sustaining through.
Whoa.
Surviving for now. Whoa! But Sanji finishes him off. Well, they have to recall back now, but they will claim a turtle as well as a turret.
Edward bought some time there, though, you know, and if he would have been able to escape, that would have been great. But unfortunately for them, it doesn't happen. And yeah, they lose the objectives around the map. They do trade for one up top, but still now, again, Echo building on that momentum they already had early game at the 7-minute mark, looking for a lockdown here for Sanford.
Yep. They will have the damage eventually. Weiss is actually in here, but Yawi will try to save his teammate. In fact, the rest of Echo will be here. Sanford will pop the ultimate plus the vengeance. Weiss now stuck in a bad position. Stunned up, will be surviving even through the damage over time, as Echo will fight back once again.
We're starting to see the gold lead coming into full effect for the side of Echo with those extra items. Blacklist International's Wise needed to just go back, and because of the lack of damage that they possess, now Echo wants to go for the purple.
Oh, in comes the Divine Judgment of Sanford. But Sanford very tanky. Wise wants to be there, but Yawi with the ultimate connects onto Wise. -1 for Blacklist International. And their own ultimates are not working towards their favor. Edward missing the final slash, and Oh My Venus just not snagging the right target means that they will not have any kill. Oh My Venus actually stuck in a hard place right now. Yawi will not be able to stun him up. That's Blacklist defending.
Well, good kind of just micro decisions coming out from Echo, the way they're really playing around this. And even the fact that they're not afraid to, you know, even before they had this 4K gold lead, they're not really afraid to just go to toe-to-toe with Blacklist International at this point, regardless of how much CC is in favor of even Blacklist International. So with everything that's happened, they're doing a great job here.
Also establishing this lead. Sanji trying to get away now.
Edward did force the flicker out of Sanji. But they have to back down for now. Oh My Venus is threatening for Yawi. This means that the Lord fight will have a little bit of advantage for Blacklist as they force the flicker onto Sanji. Oh My Venus is going to be snagged this time. Will they commit to this? Benny QT will have to back down for now. Just some pokes from both teams.
Just waiting for the Lord right now to commence, and so far it's been surrounded by the rest of the members of Echo, as Blacklist still 4.4k gold behind. Not a lot of items to back up their damage, but hoping that their early game scaling is going to be enough here. Wise makes a move.
Sanford also makes his own move as CultEasy is 2 levels ahead of Wise, being poked down. Lord belongs to CultEasy. This time Wise is low. Sanji with the ultimate. Wise super low, will be taken out by Sanji this time. As 2 people dropped. Sanford for Weiss, but the Lord further side.
Torn apart memory here being given by Super Red, but just Echo asserting their dominance into that Lord pit, making sure that they would be able to pick off at least 1 or 2 heroes. And not only that, they've also managed to take down the jungler, and it's all because of the anchor of offense, Yawi, from the side of the Orcas.
Oh my goodness. Connects up to Oh My Venus. Already committing the flicker. Still goes down. Yawi once more. Super Red gonna be shoving them away as Call TZ will steal an orange buff.
This is tough because this is exactly what Echo likes to do. They get this lead and they don't let go of it. And so now Blacklist International on the defense. You're gonna have to deal with this first Lord. They should be able to make quick work of it unless, again, keep an eye on Yawi. He might be looking for any moment. Doesn't have the flicker available though, but still, they're gonna go ahead and convert this into more space to work with as they further that gold lead. 7K, if not 8K by the end of that next turret.
Not only that, you also have to take a look of the KDA of both Sanji and Betty Cutie, possibly the damage dealers coming in from Echo. They've already managed to secure a lot of their items. You have the Corrosion Scythe, the Golden Staff, and the Demon Hunter Sword for Betty Cutie for increased attack speed and critical chances. Meanwhile, Farsa, the Farsa by Sanji, 304 as of the moment. At least, having that 75% in terms of KDA or kill fight participation given here to the Orca. So Blacklist International, they're just trying to find more ways into this map to get a lot in their gold, but Echo's not having any of it at all. Wise being forced out to go outside of his comfort zone, to go outside of their base just so he could get, a crumb of what is left of Orca's plate.
Literally at this point, it's a crumb, right? There's not much here that Wise can work with. And even look at, how much time was either, you can say how the patience was, or how much time is actually wasted from Blacklist International, just kind of waiting top side, looking for a moment for them to get the Divine Judgment off. But, no one's going to be there for them. So they might look for a sandwich play here, but Sanji and Yawi also have their own plans here.
They know for sure. They know where Super Red is, and they are actually making the beeline towards the Brody, and they take him out. That is a massive takedown from Echo. Feels like they want more. The rest of Blacklist International will have to back down.
Great anticipation coming in from the rest of the members of the Orcas. They knew that Blacklist was about to make a big move, and from there, they've also managed to hide themselves, conceal themselves as much as possible just to get away from the fight. But Wise here is going to be pulled again.
Oh no, they do have the damage. Winter Truncheon is available for Wise. Will not have to use it, but the damage is enough to fend off the Lord hands coming up from Blacklist. Echo will just take this so low.
Yeah, this is just going to be a free one. Nothing really that Blacklist International can do about it. 9K now, favor of Echo. 10K, they're going to march into the base as this next Lord spawns here. And if you're looking at the items, you know how much work is going to be needed from Blacklist International to successfully defend here, Sona.
Yup, locking in that Athena Shield and Dominance Ice is possibly what Yawi just needs at this point to take control of Blacklist International, because he has more gold than at least 3 of the members coming from the side of the agents. So he has all the confidence in the world, backed up by the items as well, and also having Benny Cutie to an almost entirely full build, just missing 2 more core items, is something that Blacklist International just needs to worry about and take into consideration in this fight, because there's a lot of information, 12K gold lead, and Blacklist just needs to defend at this point. They have enough wave clear, but do they have enough damage and defense to take control of the situation?
Well, they're going to have to deal with this as Lord marches top side. Conceal play going to be committed here.
Yep. No avail so far, but they do want to go for Sandford, but they still lose their turret up top. And there's a better attack with the flicker as well. Final Slash will not stop Echo, even when it connects to 3. They want to go for the base this time. They're trickling it down. Defense from Blacklist International will not be enough as Echo takes the series once again.